Well, welcome back on board, and it is a glorious morning. We've been wanting to do this for a few weeks now, but we've been called off weather-wise. So today's the day. It is the annual King of the Store competition. So the idea of this is that we go, where boats are restricted only to the River Store, and it's the longest bass. There is one winner, the longest bass wins, and that's it. Simple rules: 2 rods per person, 4 hooks per rod. And my crew are just turning up. I've got Phil and Lukey on board, and they're turning up in the camper van, about to make the bacon sarnies for breakfast as I rig up the new rental rods that we're going to be using today and testing out. So can't wait to get out there and see how we fare in this comp. And here are the new rental rods we'll be using. Still got the labels on, but I just think they're really going to be a cracking setup for the fishing that we use. I say rental, just come and use them. Why break yours when you can come and break mine? Well, we're on the start line, King of the Storm. There goes Perseverance, the Harbour. We've got Jono, and then we got Lady B, 40-day angler. And Dylan there in his little spinner. And we're off down the store. Here comes Alaska. Matty in the background, Seldom with Jason on it, and Paul's just coming. Simple, simple. Biggest bass wins the day. One fish can do this. Let's go. Here's Dylan from Real Therapy, giving it his best go in reel addiction. Happy days, he'll be in amongst the legs of the piles, I'm sure. We're just anchored up on our first little spot. Got the lucky grapes out, and we're sort of just on right on the edge of the channel, and we've just we were going to head over to Holbrook, but in coming over here we found a big rip that rose up about 6 foot, and on the clear view on the Garmin it came up as one side was quite clear, the other side wasn't, so we're hoping to get inside or over the top of that and use the tide. At the moment, wind over tide, she's lumpy, and we are sitting sort of, we should be sat at that sort of angle. Oh, we're starting to come round now. But the wind's pushing our stern round, so we're not quite straight in the river, so we're just going to give it a go here. Happy days, first cast, first one landed. I'm not going to measure it. I don't think it's going to be the winner, which might prove to be my downfall later. Third cast, fish number 3. I'm going to say they're getting bigger, but that's going to be very close. Get that little one measured up, get that chunk back. What's that? That's small glass, isn't it? Oh, Lukey's had a rattler. He's still going, Lukey. Right hand rod there, banging away. I think this might be fish number 5 in the first. Well, we've been fishing 25 minutes now. 1 rod a piece. Still waiting for Phil to look for that one, but he will. Oh, Lukey's definitely fish on now. First blood to Lukey. Yeah. She'll do. Lukey's just roared off there, but these river bass a lot of the time, they're either bang, 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 and on, or they'll bang, steal your worm, or a lot of them will be little tiny ones, and then they'll go. But that one, bang, bang, so I wonder if he's taking his bait off. Well, not 100% sure what it is, but it's some sort of anemone that's trying to eat the ragworm. Not the target species, Lukey. No. I have no idea what that is, but there's something else that's cool that's come out of the river. Phil's first entry to the comp. He'll have a little measure of that. He'll probably get spiked in a minute, but we won't worry about that. I've got an anchor for my next trick. We've got the wind coming from that direction and the tide coming from that direction, which means we're sitting across the river and across the waves. So for my next trick, I'm going to put a drogue out the back. Now the drogue is essentially just a big sack that you attach to one of the rear cleats, and it means that there's more under the water. It acts like a parachute underwater, so it will pull you in line with the tide and you won't be as affected by the wind. So Yeah, I don't know how this boat's going to be affected by that, but we'll have a go with it and see what happens. Now this is the style of fishing we've got. We've got all these birds. I'm not sure you'll pick up on camera, but every now and again there's a bass that reaches for water. It comes up, these ones that are all taking those tiny little fish in their mouth, turns, coming up with tiny little bits. Loads of action on the sounder. One of these boys got to whip one out in a minute. Little turns coming around. Still working in front of us. Come on boys, you've got to find one that the turns can find them. We've got to be able to. The gulls are coming to take them. Oh, see, Phil can see it. Yeah, the bass are working hard now. They're chasing the lures in, but the boys just aren't getting the takes. Oh, look at them over there, they're going crazy. Even the gulls that are just sitting in the water are just taking them with their mouths. Obviously taking them with their mouths. There's Matt in his Alaska 500. He's obviously seen the birds working as well. Thanks mate for coming through. There you go, Phil's just new little mark here and about 12 foot of water. Phil's just been a nice little one. Lukey's come up the front, fishing the shallows. What? Phil's got one at the back. I've got one as well. Lukey's got a good one at the front. What you got there, Phil? Any good? Phil's got another little schoolie. They keep coming in. Lovely bit of sport. But Lukey's does look a bit better. Here's looks on the surface they're taking. Keep it over this side if you can, mate, away from that anchor. This fishing. Over the moon with that one, didn't you, boy?
Oh, that's a unit.
Look at that. Haven't measured it, got no idea yet, but we'll get it over there and see. Another one for Lukey. Keep coming in. So, 11 or 12 now for him. And he's had the big boy. Well, the schoolies are coming in thick and fast now, a couple of the better fish. And yeah, shame there's not a podium for this competition because I think we're firmly on it. He's got another one there.
Hey, I think he's got a slightly better one.
Through those schoolies. Well, I'll find a little spot for the afternoon. Had some lovely little fish, which had another keeper as well. So, and Lukey's into a snotty eel. So, have a little look at that. Right, well, it's 2 minutes to 4, and fishing's gone frantic for the last 45-50 minutes. At this last mark, it's just been fish. A couple of bigger ones, up to about 30, but nothing that's going to beat the current winner, and I've caught the sun. But so far Lukey's in second place, so fingers crossed he'll hold on to that in the last minute or so. It's been good fun. Well, that marks the end of King of the Store 2023. It's a close run thing, loads of good fish caught, loads of good anglers in it. We got second place, not that there is a second place because it's first place only, but Lukey, he got the 56cm bass, and beaten by 1 centimetre with a 57cm bass is Paul, King of the Store, Parker. So for him, we've got cash prize, we've got the King of the Store plaque top boat to go on his boat, we've got the gift card from Markham's, and we've got the 3 days fishing, or free trip, on Tempest Fugit from Suffolk Sports Fishing for me. Cheers guys, top day out, and we'll see you again.
Cheers, Ed.
Woohoo! And this, of course, is how we're going to give Paul his prize. Hectically is busy, so we're going to give it to Matt on Bumblebee, who's going to hand it all over. So here's a game of see what we can throw into the sea. There is the beautiful new harbour, Perseverance. Beautiful boat. And following up with maybe be the Orkney. They've got a bumpy old run back to Titchmarsh now. Thank you very much for coming, lads. Well, we've carried on fishing after the competition's finished and things have really fired up. Phil's got a decent fish on. Lukey's had loads of decent fish, up to about 40. I've just had something hit my rod, bend it over, and then take a brand new rod and reel over the side. Phil's fighting this one. What have we got, Phil? Or is it just a little scrapper? Oh, that's alright. Nice fish, probably 40 centimetres. Maybe a bit more actually, about 40 centimetres. Not quite a keeper. Good fish though.
Not winning that competition.
We'll get that back.